ask you a question?
You may.
This plant that's right behind the blueberry bush, where they're standing with the red leaves or the red
Uh huh.
flowers. What is that?
I don't know. My wife she's a midwife and she uses all these herbs in her practice instead of drugs. And I don't know the name of it, but I'll tell you what's awesome for you women. You see that plant over there that's next to the corner of the chicken pen with those big tall
Yes.
ones? You know what that plant is?
Very
No, that is a plant for adjusting women's hormones. Black cohosh. You know where black cohosh grows in nature? In full shade. That plant is growing in full sun, south facing against a fence, and looks like that.
Which one?
It's that one at the fence with those big tall spiky things that are going to seed. That's black cohosh. It's only 3 years old and it blows my mind how big it is. And it's growing in full sun. It should be in shade. So it's just, again, it's just so awesome to do all these things they say you can't with such good results because it's healthy. It's awesome. Did you guys sample tomatoes?
Yeah.
Over here, just behind over here, there's another. What's that?
We won't have enough if we all eat them.
It's okay. Now let me tell you about tomato plants. This is you see the one over here. You see how just prolific it is. You see this, is it? Tomatoes are rated determinate or indeterminate. Indeterminate plants just go crazy. Determinate plants like this get to full size, produce tomatoes, and just aren't a lot of work. So they're really much easier to work with, determinate plants.
Which makes that word make sense.
Like a cherry tomato, right?
That's a cherry tomato. It's called Sun Gold, and the flavor is like amazing. It's so good.
Oh, and they're so much bigger than mine. I think I grow the same one.
It's awesome flavor.
And you don't use any stands or anything?
Well, you can see how it's growing.
No,
I didn't do anything. It just took off, you know.
Not needed.
Again, I keep coming back to nature needs no help. I mean, really.
No stands in nature.
Yeah, it's just, again, it's so simple. You know,
Well, the other thing is I ate one and it's like, I'm going to clean this whole bush out. They tasted so good. But after 5, I was like, done. They're so,
nutrient dense.
You just go,
Yeah, when you have live food, you don't need a lot of it.
yeah. Paul, I have a question about kombucha.
Uh-huh.
I'm not a big fan of caffeine.
I'm not either. So 14 days of producing it, caffeine and sugar is history. It's not there.
Really?
It's not there at all.
When you're done, the caffeine's out.
I drink a quart at night before I go to bed.
Oh.
1 quart,
Yeah.
and I sleep great.
Okay.
There's no caffeine. It wouldn't happen if I had caffeine. If caffeine was in it.
So is it just a matter of letting it
It's a
sit
matter
there?
of time. If you let it go 14 days or longer, all the caffeine and sugar are completely consumed by the kombucha.
Wow. Okay.
If you do it prior to that, it'll be sweet
Right.
and have caffeine. So I'm into the B vitamins. I'm into the nutrients that it has. I don't want caffeine. I don't want sugar, so I go 14 days.
Right.
Every other Saturday, I do kombucha. I've been making it 28 years. I would never live without it. It's just amazing food.
How do you make it?
I make it. You start with the culture, the kombucha itself, and I use I use green tea and sugar. That's what it feeds on. And so 5 bags of tea. I have a quart, a gallon jar. I put 2 quarts of water in it, and I add 8 ounces of kombucha. And then in a glass pot, I bring a quart of water to a boil. I put a cup of sugar and then 5 tea bags. Let it sit for 15 minutes. Add that to the 3 quarts of water, 2 quarts of water, and then I put a napkin over it or a handkerchief and put it in a warm, dark place. And let it sit for 2 weeks. And I have kombucha. And I'm on my original start for 28 years. I never had anything go bad. It's all about just maintaining a clean environment. Just you're clean. You don't want to bring in false bacteria. And here's what's awesome about white sugar, as opposed to honey and organic sugar. 2 women wrote a most amazing book of kombucha. It's called Kombucha, What It's All About. It's 2 medical doctors in Malibu, and they made the most interesting comment. It says, white sugar is sterile, and that's safe. You see, honey or organic could bring in a bacteria that could corrupt your whole kombucha. So a sterile sugar makes it very safe. And in 14 days, it's not there anymore. So the ideal is, what was that about? Okay, you trying to get this guy? Okay. And so that's the ideal. Just, good old white sugar.
Can you use a store-bought kombucha as a starter?
No, because it's dead. You know why? It's pasteurized. People have done that, and it's so frustrating. They try to do it, and they've never seen anyone say it because it's pasteurized. And when you pasteurize something, everything's killed. So you have to have live.
Do you just do one fermentation, or do you pour it off and...
No, I just do, 14 days I pour it all into gallon containers, I take it back to my cooler and let it sit in the cooler. See, once you bring it down to cooling, that stops growing.
Because I've been doing 14 days and then a second fermentation for 7 days.
Well, for me, it's just convenient. Like I say, every other week I get in there and I do the process. So it's just, whatever. We're all different. We can do things,
I didn't know if it was more beneficial the way you did it.
I don't know. I just know that I don't ever get sick. I feel really good. I drink a quart every day, and I just, it's awesome. It's good for. Again, it has every single B vitamin. I think that's huge. If you ever bought B vitamins in the store, anybody who's bought vitamins in the store, if you buy B vitamins, your urine is yellow and you can smell it, which says what you're eating is not bioavailable. Your body didn't take it in. I drink a quart every night. My urine's totally clear, no odor, because it's bioavailable. And if you're buying vitamins, which you don't need to if you're eating live food, because you see, vitamins and supplements is a result of malnutrition. If you're taking supplements because you're malnourished, if you ever have to do that stupid thing, make sure they're food form, made from food, because if they're not, your body cannot use them. I had the most interesting experience to see over there. I have a septic tank. When the guy came to pump it, I've been here 38 years and I pumped it 3 times with 7 kids, which is amazing when you consider how long. So the guy popped the lid and he starts yelling. He says, "Man, this is the most amazing compost I've ever seen. You must eat well." And I says, "Well, you know, the garden." And this guy, man, he's paying attention. He says, "When I pop a lid, I can tell the nationality and everything about that house is in the septic tank. I know what they're eating. I know what vitamins they're taking. I know if they're on chemotherapy. Everything's revealed in the septic tank." And what is amazing to me, 1-a-day vitamins, he finds at the bottom of the tank in the same color and size they were in the bottle 10 to 12 years after they were taken. Because it's not food form, and your body does not recognize it as food, and it completely just disposes of it. It's huge. And he says, when they're doing chemotherapy, there's absolutely no compost. Everything is dead. There's no compost with chemotherapy because it kills everything. It was really an interesting conversation, but this is a guy who pays attention. He does this every day, so he's connecting dots. He's realizing, and he so gets it because this is his life and he pays attention. So to me, it was really encouraging. This is the most amazing compost. Yeah, good food,
Clean your septic anytime, right?
Paul, what would you eat if you have bad joints? Anything recommendations there?
Bad joints, like everything else in your body, is it's not something specific.
Okay.
It's about eating food fresh and seasoned, nutrient, and when you do that, everything corrects. Let me just give you an example. I had a ton of pain in my 40s, lower back and legs, because I'm an arborist. I climb trees. I lift a lot of heavy weight. I very much overworked my body. I did too much, and I paid for it. So my wife she's a real direct person, very, very direct, and she loves things like that. And she bought this book, Alkalize or Die. That's pretty direct.
What's it called?
Alkalize or Die. And so I'm reading this book, and this guy made this statement that changed my life. He said, all pain, and all disease is the result of acid condition in your body. All of it. Acid condition in your body. And so I says, "Carol, I can test that. I can test that. I got pain, and I came home and I ate nothing from the store. I ate everything I grew in my garden in season, and I'm telling you, all the pain left." And what really connected the dots for me, it was really helpful. We're in Seattle one day, and she's listening to friends and says, "Carol, you got to come to this restaurant. It's the most awesome Chinese restaurant." So we went, and without thinking, I'm eating that food, because we all did it. The next morning, all the pain was there, and I got it. And I'm telling you, I have been pain-free for 24 years, and I feel so thankful. See, pain is exhausting. It drains you. It puts you on edge. You're no fun to be around. It's always uptight. And it's so awesome having no pain, ever. Because I only eat live food in season. Yay, God. I mean, He made it perfect for us. And it doesn't need help. you read nothing in the Bible of people taking supplements. Supplements is a result of malnutrition. Because you're not getting your food, you have to supplement. And in most cases, the stuff is not good. It's very expensive, and if you eat live food, I'm telling you, it's just amazing to me to see what happens. I had a woman come here with a tumor on her chest, a big tumor on her chest, and she was really concerned about them doing surgery. She's afraid they spread it. And she came on one of these tours and she says, "Man, can I come back again and get some?" "Yeah, you can come here." So she's coming every Monday getting my food. The tumor totally shrunk and is gone, completely left. Here's the thing about cancer. The cure for cancer is so simple. It is so simple. If you alkalinize your body, cancer will die. Cancer cannot exist or live in an alkaline environment. It can't live there. And if you alkalinize your body, cancer just dies. And if you look at cultures who live in an unindustrial environment, cancer doesn't exist. It's all about dead processed food creating an acid environment that cancer happens. It's just, it's so simple. Health is so simple. And we made it so complicated. And chemotherapy and all this stuff they do to kill you and charge you unreal money for it is just evil. It's evil. Chemotherapy kills everything. Come on. You gotta be kidding. It's just nuts.